The second one, I've done multi-level marketing before. Not a multi-level marketer now, but I've done the business. I've done it when I was younger, right? I mean, I think everybody I know that's in sales have done something in that arena. What that taught me was there's a bunch of no's, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of no's.
Mm-hmm.
But what you learn is, yeah, they said no, next. They said no, next.
Let me ask you this quick. But okay, you know, it's like I do. It's different hearing a stranger say no than it is from like a family member or a friend or somebody that you actually have a connection with. When they be like, if they came out and was like no, it would be like a different kind of acceptance than it would from a stranger.
It's
Huh?
different. It's different if you weigh their opinion more than a stranger.
Right.
See, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. For the last like 3 months, I've been following a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't followed him, you need to listen to
Oh
him.
yeah, I definitely follow him. Go ahead, I'm listening.
What he says is, and what I've learned from myself is true, is you like the pat on the back, but then when somebody says something stupid, you take the negative with the positive, right? The positive gets you high, but the negative gets you low.
Right.
You're putting more importance on them than you are on yourself, right? And I understood it in a social setting, but I didn't always understand it in a business setting. I am the most, how do I put this? I never understood from about the age of like 12 how somebody else's vision of you could hurt your self-esteem. See, because I think I'm awesome. Whether you think I'm awesome or not doesn't change the fact that I think I'm awesome.
True.
The only time it changes my perspective of me is when I either weigh yours differently than the stranger or weigh yours at the same level or more than I weigh my own opinion of me. Follow what I'm saying?
Definitely do.
What I've come to realize, and this is on record on a bunch of Facebook and MySpace and stuff, is that your opinion of me, I'm talking family, doesn't really mean dick. Because your opinion of me doesn't make it higher just because we share similar DNA. I don't have to like you just because we share similar DNA. And if I don't have to like you because just because we share similar DNA, it means you don't have to like me. And I have to be okay with that. But to be okay with it, I have to do my best. And I'm not saying it's harder with mom and dad personally, right? For me, it's my father. My mother, we never really got along. I love her to death. Nothing wrong with my mom. Just we butt heads, right? My dad is the one person that I've been fighting in my head for the last year about how his opinion of me shapes what I think. Everybody else in my family, I've come to the conclusion that I go, I say this to say I'm not immune to it, right? I'm not perfect. I'm awesome, but I'm not perfect. There are still those people who, my father being the top of my list, that matter, right? Their opinion matters. Thankfully, for me, And again, no disrespect to my father, his opinion is mattering less and less because I have to put myself in a position to push past opinion, right? And that's where Gary Vee's consistent listening to has helped me move forward.
Hey, John, I'm gonna say this quick. This gonna sound crazy as hell, right? Seriously. But look, something I just realized is after, and it always happens after I'm talking about things, it's like my mind start rationalizing, right? And one thing I just realized between when you started talking about my focus on the, you know, the retailer and them, you know, finding that acceptance or whatever and what I'm saying. And then when you started talking about, you know, me and my view of everybody else thinking about what the hell, you know what I'm saying, me giving their thoughts way more weight than my own of myself, you just made me look at it like, damn, so one thing, that what's the constant in there? The constant is you have a fear of what others think, and that is like my biggest issue. Because of that, that is what's slowing my progress. It's kind of crazy. I was just
You have two issues. As I see it in the last 3 conversations we've had, you have 2 issues. Well, 3 issues, but 2 major ones.
I got a lot.
Yeah.